Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to talk about the next installment in One Piece films. This is going to be One Piece Film Z. One Piece Film Z. And this, I believe, is coming out December 15, 2012 in Japanese theaters. Right before the new year. And also, Eiichiro Oda himself, because I want to talk about the film in of itself, because this film, it looks like it's going to have the full attention of Eiichiro Oda. So, apparently Eiichiro Oda himself is going to take part in the actual creation of this film. He's gonna have a major role when it comes to this film. Because apparently, and I'm not too sure, but apparently the film is going to have some canon material. People have been telling me that this film, One Piece Film Z, may in fact be canon. Which is kind of weird. Because it really is kind of weird because I'm not too sure how it's going to work out. How a movie is going to be canon material. So, I'm not too sure. But what I will say is that this film takes place in the New World. And the Straw Hat crew are going to face their greatest foe yet. And this guy's name is Z. Or is it Z or Zeta? I'm not too sure. But as of right now, he is he's a Marine Admiral. Apparently, he's a Marine Admiral named Z. Or a former Marine Admiral named Z. That's what I get, yeah. So, that's the main gist of this film. The main gist is that we have the Straw Hat crew. They are in the New World. And, spoiler alert, this appears to be right before Punk Hazard. So, I'm not too sure how this is going to be canon material if it's right before Punk Hazard. I'm not too sure. But anyway, they go into the New World. And they meet a former Marine Admiral named Z. And they fight him to the death for some weird reason. We'll find out more about it later on. Now, what I want to talk about here is apparently, and if you look at one of the articles down below, and by the way, that reminds me, you can look down below for articles about the film, and the first link you see is going to be animated scenes from the actual film itself. Animated scenes from the actual film itself. I'm going to give a shout out to Damon Jasper, who sent me these animated scenes from the movie itself. So props to you, man. He's one of my Facebook fan page viewers, and he sent me a post on the fan page about the scenes, and I was like, oh shit. I see some of these scenes, and I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking cool. So I'm really looking forward for this movie. And if you look down below, and actually click on the link, and you see the animated GIF, well, we can tell from the GIF alone that the animation is going to be top-notch. It's going to be top-notch animation on par, at least on par, with Strong World when it comes to animation. So you can clearly see that Eiichiro Oda is putting 100% in this movie. And that, to me, is a good sign. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here is apparently, and again, look down below in some of the articles. One of the articles is going to have a scan. And this scan is going to be a picture of the Straw Hats in the Film Z. And we see their new get-ups. And then, next to that scan, we see Aokiji. Apparently, Aokiji is going to be involved in this film in some way, shape, and form. That, to me, is very, very interesting. In fact, you know what? I heard a rumor that apparently, along with the Film Z, there's going to be a One Piece special episode where they're going to have the fight between Aokiji and Akainu. That's going to be the main gist of this special episode. I'm not too sure if that's to be confirmed, but if you remember, in the Strong World, they had the Strong World episode 0 for the Strong World film. So if there's actually like a special episode that involves Aokiji and Akainu, that would be epic. Because everybody wants to see this fight. Ever since we found out that Aokiji and Akainu had a fight on the Punk Hazard Island, everybody has been looking forward to seeing this fight. And Eiichiro Oda may in fact deliver this fight earlier than expected. Now, what I will say is that when it comes to the villains, the main villain is this guy, again, the former Marine Admiral named Z. And alongside him, there are two other people. One guy named one guy named Bins, or I think it's Bins, and then another woman named Anne. I'm not too sure on those names. What I do know is that there are at least 3 known villains: Z, Bins, and Anne. Now, what I do know is that Z himself is a cyborg. He is a cyborg like Frankie, but of higher quality. He's a much more powerful cyborg than Frankie, since he was a former Admiral. And I do know that he looks like he has purple hair. He wears sunglasses. So when you see Z in the animation scenes below, he's going to be very reminiscent of Frankie, especially knowing the fact that Z is a cyborg, also like Frankie. So keep that in mind. But that being said, this is the King of Lightning. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Give me your thoughts about the One Piece film Z. What are you guys looking forward to when it comes to this One Piece film Z? Me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing Sanji, Luffy, and Zoro fight. And you know what? Yeah, Chuck and Brook too. I want to see these 4 guys go blow for blow, toe to toe, against very powerful opponents and see where they stack up. Because Z, I think, is going to be like one of the real tests when it comes to the new world. So I want to see where the Straw Hat Crew stacks up against a person who was a former Marine Admiral. So that being said, King of Lightning, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.